You know what I mean.
Have these teams even met 3 times?
Did you, like, blank out? The 98-minute game. It was worth, like, 3
I know,
series.
but that wasn't the rematch.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying that was worth, like, 3 series at least by itself.
Okay, that's fair. This should be a spicy one. Anytime I get to watch Yakult Bros.
Avery's a happy, happy man.
I feel like my day's been made. And for some reason, they only have 1 series on the night shift. This entire group stage. This is it.
Shame.
This is the only chance we get to watch some beautiful Dota from the Yakult Bros.
Just so you guys know, I've never seen Avery ever look at the schedule before to see what he's asked.
I look at it every day. So I can see.
Okay, I've never seen you look ahead of time.
How much longer I have to spend with you before I can regain my sanity.
Well, it's going to be a whole nother week, so
the battle
you can look forward to that.
We've got the Gig Award. Got some Oracle Room prediction. And we got my favorite hero in all of Dota 2 history, Austin.
Elder Titan is not in the game.
The Brewmaster.
The Brewmaster.
That's right, because he has the best voice lines of any hero in the entire game.
Okay. Like what?
Like, can't hold your liquor? That's a great voice line. What's wrong? Can't hold your liquor? That's a great voice line.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I like voice lines that I've heard a lot in real life because it really, you know, barks at home.
You're saying you can't hold your liquor?
No, that's what, you know. It's about you, Austin. It's okay.
I mean, that is true. I can't hold my liquor.
What's your prediction for this series as we get paused?
My prediction is that we will have at least 1 hour-long game.
Okay.
And my prediction is Gaimin Gladiators will win.
Well, my prediction is Yakult Bros will win.
Unsurprising. Do you think Yakult Brothers win in this game? I am not confident.
I think they're slightly unfavored, but not by enough that I would rule it a draft win. I think they can do some outplay here, especially if this puck gets rolling. Limited control for him outside of this tiny.
So like a 55-45?
Yeah. The issue I have is I kind of don't believe in Ursa, to be honest.
Yeah.
This hero just doesn't win. He does have Oracle to help him.
But that Oracle's playing against Brewmaster.
Yes, so
That's
I don't know.
bad.
I do give the slight edge to Gaimin here. I think their path towards victory seems more straightforward and easier to execute, and generally those lineups tend to win on average. But of course, I mean, this is Yakult Bros. They defy logic. They defy reason. They play Dota their way. They don't care if you won the draft.
They certainly don't like playing Dota the easy way, that's for sure. We saw that before.
Yeah, that's good training.
Good training for what?
I mean, when these guys get to TI, they're gonna
if
roll.
If they get to TI.
When?
If they get to Riyadh.
When? Why do I have to ruin everything that I enjoy in life? Just take a break for a day, man.
All right. Mid lane matchup, how's that going? 10-5 for Quinn up against Emo's Puck, who is 7-0. Unsurprising, Tiny takes an early CS.
Yeah, Tiny should absolutely win these early waves. You have a massive base damage advantage, big HP advantage. Puck not really known for winning the early waves anyway. Emo is gonna lose the water run here. Okay. I guess he got one, but he could have had both. Might be interesting. Either way, maybe he's not too concerned being full resources.
Yeah, he got a deny for it. She'll take that trade. Brewmaster's doing really well, which is concerning, I think, if you're a Yakult Brothers fan. Ace is 13-4. I think this is a brilliant pickup from Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah,
I thought they were out, like, I was thinking about it, I was just like, man, all the ranged offlaners that other teams would run, Gaimin Gladiators just won't play those. Ace just won't play those, you know? So I was like, what is left that's going to deal with the Ursa Oracle lane that's going to be effective in this game? The Brewmaster works both in a lane sense and the overall game sense Tornado tossing the Ursa up in the air is a pain in the ass for that hero. The Dispels against Oracle, whether it's the Fate's Edict or the Purifying Flame heals, pretty disruptive for the Shadow Shaman to deal with as well.
Oracle really suffers against Brew in general. So
Got the team on him. That's going to be first blood going to Watson.
solid little kill on the side there as Boboka gets caught out. Getting a little too aggressive on his own. You really have to watch this mid lane. If Quinn somehow gets a solo kill on Emo or Gaimin rotate to the Tiny, it won't take much to put this puck over the edge, and then this Tiny could just open up a gap. Suddenly a fast Blink Dagger comes out in this game. It's going to be really easy to get into the fights for Gaimin.
Yeah, the Tiny combo is actually pretty decent for Ringmaster to play around, because you can really charge up that Tame the Beast while they're up in the air.
I mean, it's Ringmaster and AA throwing down this Vortex or amping it all up. It's a really nice Tiny game in terms of the synergy with the supports. So you do not want Quinn to snowball here if you are a Yakult Bros fan.
So what are the good sides for Yakult Brothers? Because I feel like we're only hearing negatives for them and positives for Gaimin Gladiators.
Their objective taking is quite good between Bristle, Ursa, and the Mega Ward.
Okay.
And in theory, it's a very good Oracle game outside of the Brew. So if you can ever jump the Brew with Shaman Ursa, burst him down, silence him with Puck, kill him without Malady getting the save, then the Oracle's fight is a lot more open.
It is really annoying to try and backlane against Ringmaster. He punishes you so hard. That is the third dagger. Even though he has his passive, he's still taking tons of damage.
Beyond's chilling, though. Oh, Boboka's in here. I mean, Mally is very alone.
Yeah, but it's not like the Bristleback's going to turn back around.
Well, all the Ringmaster's mana. It's worth something here. Very even laning phase. Emo into the tower. Why?
Wanted to phase shift dodge some hits.
Was that worth it? The answer is no.
I mean, probably not, but
Forced to use the coil.
there's like 50% of Emo's plays aren't worth it.
I mean, now he doesn't have coil for the rune fight.
I was rewatching that crazy game too before, and the amount of insane shit Emo did in that game was just
Yeah, it's
unparalleled.
He is truly the embodiment of the Eternal Envy spirit in the modern age of Dota 2.
Agreed.
We need more players like him.
Vanguard done for the Bristleback, so look for him to be left alone, and Boboka, after the Wisdom Shrine, can maybe start helping top or helping mid. I feel like you kind of want to help top, just because I don't think you actually kill the Titan.
Top is very killable if you rotate into it before the level 6s come out. It's also very killable when you get the Brew 6. And mid is also very killable in this game for Gaimin. They have pretty decent threat on a lot of these lanes because the cores can start the action very easily with the Cinder or the Avalanche.
Man, look at this push in from Quinn. He has a gigantic wave here with a Siege Wagon. Tries to pressure Emo as much as he can. Emo will lose the flag bearer creep, unfortunate.
I wonder if Quinn likes playing against Emo.
I would say no, because I think Quinn has in his head always like optimized plays and what the enemy should be doing. I think he's frustrated by chaos.
That's what I think. I think these guys are the polar opposites in terms of the mid archetype.
Yeah.
Quinn, a man who's built his career and his earnings off of laning prowess, consistency, controlled aggression, playing with supports. And Emo, a man who question marks you down 0-2, doesn't give a fuck about the lane.
No.
Destroys his own HP pool for fun.
Shackle, oh, they grabbed the Arcane Rune. That is going to be a coil put on the two of them. Might be able to get a kill out of this, and they will. It's going to be Boboka falling, but Emo, he is going to reap the rewards here. He's going to chase down Tofu, escape back. That's going to be put to use here, but Emo, relentless as always, will get that kill. Arcane Rune pulled up some serious dividends there. Meanwhile, the Brewmaster ultimate got used in the top lane, so the Ursa is going to be in some trouble here.
He's in the air right now. Look at him fly.
There he goes. Round and round he goes.
I like how he's reaching towards the sky. And he's trying to high five.
Maybe it's like a roller coaster deal. He's actually had some fun with it. Do you like roller coasters? Are you an adrenaline junkie?
I mean, I enjoy the occasional one, but
okay,
they're kind of boring.
Oh, they don't give you enough adrenaline. I see.
Maybe if it breaks halfway through or something. That's kind of interesting.
Did you see Final Destination said, that's what I want?
I never enjoyed those movies either. I found them also to be kind of boring. But maybe I should have been watching them while I was on a roller coaster, and that could have combined the two.
There you go. That's an idea.
I also have like a motion sickness thing, so if I do it like 10 times in a row, it's really bad. Which I found out when I was like 11 years old.
Yeah, who'd you puke on?
Save that story for another time.
Fly. Oh, no! He used the Void Panda pull on one of the other Brewlings.
Ooh.
If he had pulled back Fly, maybe there was a chance.
I don't even know if they're killing him there.
Yeah, I mean, he still has Enrage, honestly.
He had Lotus, Enrage, stick charges. Little missed opportunities here for Gaimin in a couple of the early skirmishes. Maybe the chaos is getting into their head. Quinn's just like, I don't know what this guy's doing. I can't predict him. It's like the hardest guy to hit with Pudge Hook is the Herald player.
Yeah. You calling Emo a Herald player?
No, I'm just saying.
Walked in, rotated up the top lane, comes back to bottom, and is already in trouble. He is dead, in fact. The Arcane Rune from earlier pays off big time as Emo got another coil out.
He's going to get another one.
They're going to get Malady as well. Gaimin Gladiators have just been destroyed in this last minute.
And it really shows how well they were laning, because this game is still dead even. And it feels like they've lost all of these interactions versus the puck.
Yeah.
It feels like Emo's having a tremendous game, and he's 100 gold ahead of Quinn.
Yep.
But they've really found openings. They've combined the supports well, and they do have threats on the Morphling this game with the Insta-Hex, the Coil, the Silence. It's not a free Morphling game. And the fact you missed that first Brew ultimate, you didn't get this kill, you didn't kick him out, you didn't pressure the tower. A lot of dead time up here now for Ace. Kind of just has to chill. Didn't get the urn charges either. Really big whiff on this early laning prowess of the Brewmaster here that was otherwise free farming. A lot of time that Fly just gets to stay up here, and he's chilling, man. He's just hitting jungle, living life, sipping on some martinis.
Things are pretty nice out here.
One might say holding his liquor. Can you hold your liquor, Austin?
Was that all just a setup just to get to that line?
No. You think I gave 30 minutes of educational points for a alcohol joke?
Yeah, honestly, I think you would do that.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Where's your proof?
Proof is in the alcohol that you're sipping.
What's your tolerance, Austin? Like, did I get you like 20 beers in, and are you just going to start politically ranting or something?
I've never been crazy drunk.
Okay.
To be honest.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're an absolute buzzkill.
Ringmaster going to be caught in the shackles here. And a coil for the Ancient Apparition as well. Emo doesn't chase after him, surprisingly.
It's another kill for this puck. 2-0-3.
These supports are just feeding away. Emo is level 9, though so is Quinn. Again.
The Mega Ward.
Yeah, good luck dealing with that.
Dire structures are fortified.
Tofu, he's going to start laying into it.
Bobica is going to protect his ward because, of course, he is. Tame the Beast, stop at the shackles. And trying to finish off that ward. It's worth a good amount of gold. 230 gold goes to Malady.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Push
more
defended.
Importantly, they stayed their mid tower, yeah.
I still think Yakult Bros are happy with any kind of play like this where they get to fight around puck because their two side laners are AFK farm Andes. So as long as you can make something happen with the puck and you're bringing gaming to that part of the map, your Ursa and your Bristle are free farming. And that is super nice for them. They're not getting killed by Brewmaster. No one's rotating to Ace.
Yeah, but isn't equally fine? Gaimin Gladiators have a Morphling and a Brewmaster who is going Radiant. right? Like, they're also okay with a chill game where they're just farming.
They're okay with a little chill game, but I do think this is nice for Yakult Bros right now. Like, if you can stand on lane versus the Brew solo when his ult is up, you're not happy as the Brew, especially with the Urn build up. Like, you're 0-0-0, 12 minutes in.
Yeah, but he almost has a Radiance. That's pretty sick.
You might also die here.
Shackled up. Malady tries to bail him out and does manage to do so. Primal Spit goes out. Ancient Apparition's Ice Blast is going to be off the mark, but Bulbaca's definitely dead for this one. Gaimin Gladiators seem pretty well aware of what Yakult Brothers was planning there.
They really spent a lot up here, though. They brought the Tiny, they A-ulted, spent the Brew ult, got a Shaman out of it, which means in theory you can defend this tower. You can stay up here even longer with the Ursa as you push towards that Battle Fury.
Man, look at Beyond.
This is a nice move, putting a lot of pressure on this objective that was chipped away earlier.
Got a nice ward deep behind that mid tower as well.
Oh, this is door number 2.
So many doors.
Monkey King Bug.
Headset issue.
Mouse out of battery. Food delivery.
Kale. What's the craziest reason you ever had a pause?
I knew you were going to ask.
Your team or enemy team?
I knew you were going to ask.
I'm sorry for trying to stoke conversation.
Well, there was a ESL event actually in Germany that Quinn almost died at.
And why am I?
We had to delay the entire match.
Yeah.
Well, and he went in an ambulance to the hospital with Jack. And I was like, well, he's fucking dead. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to the ambulance and your guardian is Jack for medical advice, like, all I was thinking is if Quinn goes unconscious and Jack has to make a medical decision, I hope I never have to meet Quinn's family because, like, I'm partially responsible, you know? Like, maybe I should have gone in that ambulance.
That was also old Quinn. He was like 90 pounds, just pure skin and bones.
He had some reaction, though. It was some weird, we still don't even know what it was to this day. But that was scary, man. That was scary. That's probably not what you were looking for in terms of what's a funny little story, huh?
My teammate almost died. Quinn gonna be chased down the mid lane. That wheel is gonna whiff, that's for sure. Malady, he missed that one. He hits the escape back onto Quinn. Toss back, trying to get this bristle back off him, but the quills just keep on stacking.
Mega Ward.
The Mega Ward is gonna be dropped. Watson needs to try and finish off Bulbaca, so this ward doesn't do too much damage to Ace. Tofu's gonna be chased down by Beyond. Once again, Yakult Brothers getting the better of the situation in the mid lane. It's a 1-for-3 exchange.
And Fly's not even there. That's a 4-on-5 technically that you demolish.
Oh, he's going for the Wisdom Shrine too. I think he's got it. There's no way that they could stop this.
Yep, nothing to do.
Very nice. Very heads-up play. He's got his Battle Fear on his way. The Yakult Brothers are just...
This bear is fat. And I think so much this early game has been decided by the power runes. Like, Emo getting all these power runes. Gaimin not really rotating to Quinn. The blink has been delayed here a little bit in the fact you don't have it. Not being able to start on this puck, but I do think there were openings there of just avalanching Emo into like a whip A ult or something. Don't think it was impossible. The fact Emo got Arcane Rune, he had haste in that fight, now he gets a regen. So much extra power on this puck. He's just hitting your tower. What are you going to do about it?
Not much. Not with an Oracle sitting behind him. The Radiance is done for Ace, though. So this next Primal Split is going to have a little extra oomph to it.
Still only level 10, though, so you still only have the level 1 split.
Yep.
Which can get killed in this game. You have to look out for a little between the Ursa and the Bristle.
Dire's top tower is under
Quinn
attack.
with his Blink Dagger. Smoked up. They wanted the kill on the puck in the mid lane.
That's exactly who you want. And if you can't find him, you just want anything with this Blink. You need to start accelerating this Tiny against the puck if possible, but more to just enable your support duo in this game. Start getting them some kills. This is a kill-oriented support duo.
They're so certain he's going to show up in this mid lane with the push coming in, but Emo, he's just completely abandoned the lane. He joins his team, pushing into the Radiant jungle, not really finding much during this period of time, but Neither is Gaimin Gladiators. It will give up their safe lane tower, though. TP in. Jump in onto a Shadow Shaman. That's going to be a very nice start for Gaimin Gladiators. Managed to get off the ward before he dies. Emo's going to jump after him here. But onto a Morphling, not really the best target. Coil goes out, maybe with Flyfly's damage. They do manage to kill Watson. That's surprising. Toss away once again. Quinn trying to get this Bristleback off him. Here comes Ace. With his Radiance and his Primal Split, he goes straight for Ollie. And as soon as the Ursa gets on top of him, he pops a Primal Split, lifts him up in the air, still continues after Ollie. There goes the False Promise. So Ace.
And here's the Bruins getting chopped on.
Yeah, they're getting Battle Fury quite heavily. Ace is going to die.
I mean, that's why I was saying this level 1 Brule is it's food, man. You have the Radiance, but you can't stay in the fight. He should have ulted.
And that was their Blink Dagger initiation off of Quinn. Now it's going to be double blinks for Yakult Brothers, and I'm not sure what they're still doing sticking around this mid lane.
I mean, this looks like you at the bar last night. Can't hold his liquor, can't hold the tower, can't hold the team fight. Just fumbling all over the place.
Can't hold a candle to Yakult Brothers and their aggression that they're bringing to this mid lane.
It's not often you see Gaimin get outpaced and outfought in the early game.
Yep, and now it's Roche.
Colts are doing it.
It's an Ursa lineup.
Bringing a little chaos here, giving them the runaround, and they can't get the lockdown on Emo.
Oh, Emo's not going to let him get near the pit.
That was so
Coil
fast.
on 2. Ancient Apparition going to be left behind here. Couldn't even get off an Ice Blast. Meanwhile, Ace, he's going to be shackled up. Quinn just cannot get away from this Bristleback. It's just the Bristleback in his face all the time, man. They do manage to kill Bobica, but Ace and Watson need to try and get out now. But beyond, he's not going to let you get out. Once you're in a team fight with a Bristleback, you're not getting away.
Dude, what a jump from Emo. Saw this tree toss, I think, and then just went in. Just that no way I'm giving you an initiation there. There's an amp damage on that Tiny as well, by the way. Super deadly jump if Quinn gets to make it. But Emo shuts the play down completely.
Oh, Ice Blast, Tofu.
We're going to get another one.
They're just throwing lives in. Is it really that big of a deal to contest this Roshan at this point?
I mean, his first one is not that important. The fight is way more important than the Roche. And they got creamed in the fight. Now this Ursa is super far ahead. And you still don't have level 2 Primal Split. And it's a big problem. This Bristle Ursa just chunk you down. We're seeing the same thing for Quinn. He needs a utility item in this game. He's thinking about Yules himself, but he needs it either on him or a 4-staff Glimmer on support or something. Because he gets gooed up, hit by the Bristle Shard, and just run down in the fight. And he cannot get a second combo.
He's going to go the Yules build that people have been preferring. Malady does get a ward down for the Tormentor play. It's not the ward that sees exactly the Tormentor, but sees like the Ancient Camp and some of the area around it.
I don't think Yakult Bros are going to be too pressured to take Tormentor, honestly. I think they're pretty content with their position. They're just going to get BKB on Ursa. They're going to get whatever Emo's next item is, and they're just going to look for the fight.
Teleport mid. Going after Beyond. Beyond pushed a little bit too far up here, and he will get wheeled into Ice Blast. That's going to be a lot of damage. Wait for him over the top. They need a little bit more. It's still not enough. Is he going to tick out?
Oh,
I mean,
my
Flyfly's just
God.
destroying the back lines thanks to Emo setting him up.
What was that? He just cleaved through all 3 of them?
Yeah. Ace, he's got a Primal Split still, and he's going to have to use it defensively here. Barely gets it off before Baboka
Is
lands
this even good, though?
Watson jumps back in with the silence stolen from the puck. He's trying to play an in-and-out game, but they're pretty tanky on the side of Yakult Brothers. They are so far ahead, 7,000 net worth, but they're also up a lot in experience. They have an 8-level lead over Gaimin Gladiators.
You win all the fights, you take the Wisdom Shrines. That's going to do it. And they just get baited on the Bristleback. How many times does that happen in this patch? Beautiful coil silence from Emo. Flyfly comes in, just cleans them up.
Nasty stuff.
I mean, it's called opening the buffet, as Quinn says. This game is frustrating. And you got to feel for him, because it feels like the Tiny has one combo, and that's it. That's your one chance to find an opening, and then you're just getting hit by the goo. You can't move. You're just dead before another one comes out. Really far behind now. This is getting off the rails here as another death for Quinn.
Man's just feeding. And the supports every single time they're pulled into this as well. Emo's gonna chase after him. He's got a coil, he's still got an orb. He should be able to get at least one of them out of this. Waning Rift to finish off Tofu, still chasing after Malady, who's been gooed.
He's just going ham, dude. Just the emo show.
There he goes.
4-0-14 puck.
Radiant's
He is
top
level
tower
15 at 21 minutes in.
Absolute decimation here. And you still have the Aegis up for a minute. This has got to be one of the more lucrative Aegis we've seen. They completely took the game over.
Yeah,
I don't think it had
fine.
anything to do with the
Radiant's
Aegis.
top
Just
tower is under attack.
they had it the whole time anyway.
Radiant's
Yeah,
top
I mean,
tower
we've reached the
is
point of the
falling.
game that you said, Yakult Brothers, if they start getting a lead, they're very good at being able to take objectives. And that just means this game is going to escalate very quickly.
Also, the fact Quinn's game is just so bad at this point means your Oracle game gets that much better.
True, yeah.
We really have not seen Gaimin be able to find Ollie in a lot of the fights at the start. Just dead all the time.
Two-man coil on two supports. How many times have you heard that? This game, it's just Emo's constantly finding it. Nice toss back into the tower area. Got the wheel on him, too. He's going to die.
Oh, no.
Finally, Beyond goes down. He had an 8x kill streak, 1,600 gold. Now they're going to pick up Ollie as well. Yakult Brothers jump back in, though. Got to the Ringmaster, got the lockdown on Watson. Watson, oh, he's got to stay away from Fly. Just managed to get away from him over the side. He is okay for now. He's going to jaunt to his orb and will survive. Big thanks to Malady for that save.
That's a successful team fight if you're Gaimin. You'll take that. Get that streak. Who got the streak, by the way? That went to Malady. Okay. Probably not the guy you wanted to get in here, but
No.
we'll finish up a Solar Crest at least. It's a completed item off of all that gold.
Yeah, it's just...
I was very
Does
close.
Solar Crest actually help against Ursa Bristleback? Like, I feel like they don't actually run out of damage. I feel like it's kind of pointless putting a physical barrier on a hero when it's just like 2 more Ursa swipes. You know?
Yeah, I feel like this is a 4-stack Glimmer game.
I agree.
I think it's a game you need to disjoint and then re-go. But it is armor and attack speed. The attack speed's nice. For the Morphling here. Solar Crest is expensive, though. It really is.
Oh, that was the first Roshan. The scary one is going to be the second and third one. That's where Yakult Brothers are going to look to end the game. An MKB this early on Fly.
Very
Spooky
close.
stuff, man. Watson isn't even considering
Dire
a
are
butterfly.
scanning.
That'll help deal
through.
with Radiance, though. Yeah.
Slice through that panda meat.
Another attempted toss back. Fate's Edict with the Oracle behind him. Quinn doesn't even try. If anything, Quinn slowed down to 100 movement speed. He's not going anywhere fast. Coil on 2. Immediately going to break that. Escape back could be used. Oh, Tofu, he got blown up. Fly found his opening. And back to Quinn they go. Pretty easy kill. With Fly having his BKB, he kills Quinn, goes after Malady, who got a little bit too close here, trying to slow him down with a dagger. Watson's going to show up, but he still had his enrage.
Toss the Oracle here. You have a chance to finish this Ursa off, but there's no damage.
It's already gone.
Is under attack.
There's just no damage whatsoever from either of these cores.
Watson's just too afraid to go in the fight,
Is under attack.
especially if the Shaman's alive.
Yeah, the Oracle's making the Tiny's life hell, the Shadow Shaman's making the Morphling's life hell.
The fight is way too... The second the goo hits the Tiny, it feels like the fight is hard for Gaimin. Because now the Tiny cannot find the Oracle, which means the Oracle has a free fight, which means if you're Beyond or Fly, you're just going in. And you know this Oracle is going to bail you out if it really comes to it. That formation is just so hard to hold if you're Gaimin. Don't have
Spoken, run it
easy
back.
ways to reset.
Beyond, they do not want to run into this Bristleback. They want to catch the back lines. They want to blow up the Oracle first.
They'll find him.
And they spotted him. 2 minutes to get a beautiful avalanche. Here comes the Ice Blast. He couldn't land on 2 here. A toss, throw the supports together. They're still not dead. Got off the False Promise. Watson does manage to hit a silence on an Emo, though. The False Promise used, but nobody is really under threat here on the side of the cores, so Gaimin Gladiators, they're just going to get kited around. Quinn's going to be left behind again, and if anything, Watson's just got to get out of here. Locked out by the shackles. He's dead as well.
How did that go so bad? They had an avalanche on both the supports. But the fact that Baboka was able to get the Hex off on the Tiny, slow down that damage, AAL didn't hit everybody. And then he tossed this Oracle away, but he's not close to shattering.
No,
Super
not at all.
This game might just be over.
I think it is.
Pharasma Puck dropped the Mega Ward. MKB already done on the Ursa. Gaimin just got slapped, man.
Yeah, they got severely outplayed. This like 10 to 15 minute window, the game just
Out skirmished. Straight out skirmished. Emo
largely
leading
off the
charge.
back, yeah, of Emo.
But I think the Yakult Bros supports did some work as well. Like, they did a better job backing the puck up than Gaimin did backing up the Tiny. And they didn't make cohesive moves to the Brewmaster ulti, so Ace didn't snowball this game either. Those were their 2 attack points. And I don't feel like they used either one to their full potential.
Agreed.
Whereas Yakult Bros, I
Every
feel like they
coil
used
was
the puck,
like
yeah.
1 kill, if not 3.
Exactly, and they got the puck power runes. They played around those power runes. They brought the bristle mid to fight around the puck. It was very coherent. Emo yet to die in this game. 7-0, 18 assists. Man is cleaning up the boards right now. It's a basketball reference for
Radiant's
all the
top
Europeans.
tower is under attack.
AC on the Brewmaster will help a bit, but I do always feel like Brewmaster items, this hero suffers like being behind because I feel like every item that you get, it doesn't really make that much of a difference, you know? Like when you're ahead, the AC like just kind of prolongs the life of the Brewmaster. The aura does have impact, but when you're behind, it's just like, it's still the same problem. Your Brewlings are dying to a Battle Fury Ursa, or you're not doing enough damage to kill supports efficiently.
Because offlane Brewmaster from behind can only indirectly win the fight. He can't directly win it himself. He only wins it through his other 2 cores winning the fight and him helping them achieve that. So if your other 2 cores are also behind,
Running Ace,
You're really
silence, blowed up, gone in an instant.
that's too easy at this point. That's going to be the Basher on top of the Ursa as well. Even more lockdown capability for this Morphling. Gaimin are going to smoke. Hail Mary here. Throw out an AO, try and do something.
They won't even get to the pit in time.
They're looking at the ward mid. They're just going to bank that Yakult Bros turn their brains off and run down mid clump. Or maybe you find Emo here. Oh, that would be so juicy with a gem. But for once, Emo is playing discipline. Or is he?
Oh, you spoke too soon. There he goes. Oh, we got the phase shift off. Who needs discipline when you just have speed on your side? Phase shift dodges the initiation, gives them a greetings.
Greetings indeed. I'll see you in game 2, says Emo, as that was probably Gaimin's last hurrah. Styled on him. Absolutely styled on him.
He worked him.
That Emo, he boomed us, Gaimin said.
Tower is under attack.
More NBA references
That's right.
for the Europeans.
Radiant's middle tower is falling.
And up to the high ground they go. 4 minutes left on an Aegis. Got the gigantic ward helping you. Just looks like a unwinnable situation for Gaimin.
In theory, your high ground's not bad with tossbacks. Of course, the Tiny's dead, but
Got bashed up. Silence. Escape act will be used. And Yakult Brothers are actually going to back away.
wow, okay. I mean, that's some respect there.
I mean, they still have 3.5 minutes left for the Aegis, so there's no rush. Can collect more power runes. There's an arcane rune bottom right now.
Almost level 20 on the puck. He'll get it off that wave.
Smoke from Gaimin. And
smoke out
they
here.
are going to go up the side of the map here.
Well, the earlier one was a Hail Mary. This is a... I don't even know what the next version is, but complete desperation.
It's a plea to God himself. Save this game. Bobica on the right side of the street. Oh, they spotted him. He popped his head out for a second.
Oh, he baited him!
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, he's got false promise. He's out of here.
How do you get baited by that?
He just all-in'd on the wrong sheet, man. Watson battling it out with Fly. He does some okay damage. He's actually doing kind of okay for himself. There's still the Aegis to worry about here. Ice Blast comes in, hits beyond. Can Watson kill him? Mouty chasing after. Okay, immediately jumps in, gets hexed. Fierce is still operating on like 150 HP. They just cannot seem to deal with this Aegis. They finally got it, but the fight is clearly over for Gaimin Gladiators. Just a question of whether or not Watson can make it back to the base, which he will not. Now Ace is going to get run down. GG is called. Gaimin Gladiator. Hail Mary after Hail Mary. None of them work.
I respect you casting till the end of that game, Austin, because the second that Shaman survived, that game was over. This series might be over. But Boca absolutely, it doesn't work without the dog.
I get to the casting test. Avery's, what happened? I couldn't see.
I couldn't see anything.
Of course you couldn't see anything.
It was really cramped in there, too.
Underneath the table with the dog head.
You're supposed to put it on the edge of the table. What happened?
I told you I was going to put it on the ground.
You fucked that up, Austin. Just like, holy shit, 3-man, son of a 4-man.
Jesus, it doesn't matter. They just shrug it off.
What's happened?
Take the kill anyway. I don't know, but I'm up $40, so.
Yeah, it was a good grift. We got him again. My glasses are all fogged up. I couldn't see.
I asked him, why the dog head? Why do you need it? Because the whole point is he's getting robbed by the dog.
If you don't understand, then I don't know what to do for you. Just like if by now, Austin, you don't understand that Yakult Bros are here to upset half a decade of European dominance, then I don't know what to tell you. Because these guys, they're on a steamer right now.
A steamer? I haven't heard that phrase before.
Ugh. That's some hair in my mouth, man.
Yeah? Did you know?
rough.
Emo is going to be rocking the Queen, a Queen of Pain against Quinn. I almost called him the Queen of Pain.
I do that all the time. I just do it by default now.
Yeah.
Emo Queen of Pain. This is a double-edged sword, quite literally. I've seen this win games. I've seen it lose games single-handedly. It's capable of anything. 0 to 100. Pick a number. That's what you're going to get.
And the disrespect that he picks it against Quinn.
Yeah, against his Lesh.
Against
Quinn's
his Lesh.
signature hero. I feel like Emo is the reason that roll is still in the game. You know, the command.
Oh, yeah, slash roll.
Slash roll 100.
Yeah.
That's going to be your mid player every time. It's somewhere between that, you know, just
He
slash
rolls
roll.
a D100, that determines his performance.
You get. Maybe it's 99, maybe it's 0, maybe it's a critical miss. Like, it's anything, you know?
Well, game one was certainly a critical hit.
Oh, yeah, he hit hard. This time around, though, Gaimin did strike first. They got a little first blood action, and they got it onto Quinn, which is super nice here because he got first blood, and he's top of the CS chart. That's going to help him in this Queen of Pain matchup that you really want to go in your way if you were a Yakult Bros here. Because I do feel like there's a decent amount of weight on Emo in this game to not only have a good game, but to scale. We've seen Sven fall off in a lot of these late games. And he is against a Tusk, which ruins that hero. Lifestealer, which isn't that good a matchup in the late game with the Ags and all that nonsense. Potential Ag Static Storm. Otherwise, it's okay. I think he does quite well versus the Lesh and the Darkseer. So it's not the worst Sven game we've seen. Definitely some hopium on the table.
A little bit, a little bit. I don't know. Is Lifestealer still a hero, though?
That's a good question. Oh, we're about to find out. I mean, surely if anybody knows, it's Watson, right? 17,000 MMR.
Yeah, I guess so.
The ultimate pub player.
He didn't take the other facet, though. The Gore Storm.
I don't think
That's a
anybody
name
has
right
taken
there.
that. I've seen it maybe once. And it was very underwhelming.
Yeah, when they first came out with this facet, I took it in our talent in-house.
You were useless.
It was the most dog shit facet I've ever seen in my life.
Incredibly underwhelming.
It used to be dispellable. It was so bad. Mid?
Emo blinked into
Quinn? In trouble. He might just tick out here. Okay, Emo couldn't finish him off. Quinn will survive. Still had Fairy Fire to rock with as
Well,
well.
have to go to base, though. Queen of Pain harass adding up. So the harass up top also adding up.
Yeah, Centaur lane winning against the Lifestealer. This is already a bad start.
The Yakult Bros came to play today, man.
Yeah, they're taking over lanes.
And, you know, look, I'm an unbiased caster other than Liquid. Everybody knows that.
Yep.
But we all are rooting for these non-European teams
Oh, 100%.
to do something right. It's been too long with China dormant, C
Dead.
they're zombie at this point.
Yep.
South America without Parker. North America without Arteezy. I mean, these things are just like, is there life out there, you know?
Is there life in the universe?
It feels so lonely. It's like a one planet species.
Europe is alone.
So I'm genuinely rooting for some of these other regions to challenge Europe. You know, give them a run for their money. See a more diverse set of play styles. See some other players come back into the scene that have been displaced.
I feel like the problem's going to be, though, is that these other regional teams, when they succeed, it's usually going to be piggybacking off of what the European team style is. You know?
Maybe a new patch helps that, though. Maybe the tides of Dota 2 are changing.
You say so. I feel like the patch didn't change that much, but I guess there's always hope.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Flyfly's farming pretty well against this lane. 27-5.
I mean, it's a classic Darkseer matchup, right? You just cleave it out. And then you can always go jungle if it gets a little too spooky.
Yeah, right
Good
next,
matchup.
right next to an ancient camp.
Just have
Really,
a good one.
all the Oracle has to do is just stack up that ancient camp and occasionally purge off some ion shells.
Yeah, that's the other factor. You're not too worried about the aggression because you have Oracle. Though Ollie making the move top as Tofu makes it at the exact same
Got the glimpse
time.
back on to Bobica. Surrounded by the tag team. He's going to be in big time trouble. Nice stomp, but Watson. Oh, okay. It's Malady who managed to nab the hit. And I am surprised the Oracle came up here because, frankly, I'm not sure what a ganking Oracle does besides just add one more body to the pile.
That's what I was about to say. He makes the move with Oracle, but into a Lifestealer who's full HP, and you have a 1-1-1 build. I don't know what they're
Oh,
playing.
Wemo! He jumps into Quinn, had his level 6. I guess he read the situation correctly because Quinn is the one to die.
He out-leveled him. Just forced him to base. Means he gets the level 6 first and just powers through it with the ult. Gets some heal, and that's all she wrote. Quinn getting worked in another game.
Yep.
He had first blood, Austin. What's happened?
Had the experience advantage. Emo just powered through. He did manage to grab a regen rune top on Quinn, so on his second life.
Well, you can't regen when you're dead.
That is true, but he still has the regen rune.
It's like the world's been turned upside down.
What? Quinn losing? That seems normal to me.
Oh, all right. This time it'll be Emo who has to go to base, and he will re-TP mid. So no counterplays on the map from the Queen of Pain for a little bit, but didn't have the ult anyway. So this will actually sync the cooldowns up within 20 seconds. The Yakult Bros want to try and do something with it. Wisdom Shrines split here, no contest.
Looking at it, they do have some pretty nasty ways to deal with the Leshrac. They've got Stampede to kite him out. They've got Sven just a heavy hitter, but like The Queen is a problem. The Sonic Wave, both the burst damage, but also the push.
Oh, it's not
kind of a problem for the
not
last
a fun
track.
matchup at all.
And you're matched up against an Oracle all the time, so.
And I mean, Sven is another burst damage source. You have a physical burst damage hero, a magic/pure damage burst hero.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah.
Very tough game to itemize against if you're Quinn. And he doesn't have a lot of backup. You have an Infestor, some extra HP, and I guess Surge Shell, but Flesh is not the best Surge Shell target. They want to defend this tower. Sonic Wave back up. This looks a little tough to fight into.
Power Rune's going to be top. Arcane Rune. Ooh, yeah. Emo's going to love the side of that, especially with the Sonic Wave up right now.
He is just getting all the power runes, and the supports have really prioritized it. This is what you have to do versus Gaimin. You can't let Quinn get some isolated one-on-one, though. Even in those situations, he hasn't really been beating Emo in these matchups.
No.
Not the most favored matchups, is worth noting.
Fly. He's going to be caught by Malady here. So he is likely going to be glimpsed back. No split earth, though, but slowed down by the wall. So they'll keep pace with him. Fate's Edict helps them a bit, but it's going to run out eventually here. Now Ollie is going to be chased down as well. Ollie's just kind of every single kill. It's a buy one, get one free.
Not a lot of escape mechanisms for him. Emo did get the solo kill on the Tusk mid with the Arcane Rune, so he'll have another Sonic Wave in 60. He'll be able to hit this tower as well.
Yeah, this tower is going to fall soon.
But man, the Darkseer got so much off that. He's just free farming down here. Now he has kills on top of it. Get that big Sven core kill. This Darkseer's going to have some fast auras in this game, and that is maybe the one thing that can help the Lesh the most.
Yeah, hate to see it. Emo missed the last hit on the tower.
I would expect nothing less.
Completely uncontested, lost it to 2 creeps.
I mean, honestly, that kind of thing, it's too easy for Emo, you know?
He's saying because he's alone in lane, there's no pride in taking the last hit.
You gotta remember, this is the team that waited for Gaimin's buybacks to be back up before they pushed the big.
That was,
you know, they
that
won
was something.
They won an even honorable fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
More deaths on his bottom lane. Back-to-back deaths for the Sven, who is free farming. Completely annihilated by his overwhelming magic damage. And Ace gonna claim a tower.
Funnily enough, he's still ahead of Lifestealer, though. So that Watson lane went poorly enough that he is matched with a Sven who is 0-2-0.
Rough times for the Lifestealer, indeed. And 2 heroes snowballing this game, Queen of Pain and the Darkseer. Both teams are going to try and play around them. Both powerhouse team fighters.
Yeah, but only one of them is getting all these power runes. Emo now has an amp damage. Just getting all the sick runes at the start of the game.
He wants to go the Blade Mail.
Yeah, sounds great to me.
Just blink into the Lesh and Blade Mail him down.
Hell yeah.
That's a giga.
And it goes straight to it. After Quinn, Static Storm, though. Uh-oh. Bit off a little bit too much there. They do manage to trade out the kills, but now, of course, Ollie is going to die alongside him.
Perfect position for Malady. Making the read that you know Emo's going to get aggressive with this rune.
Yep.
He's going to go in there. And the man, he has no chill. He gets punished.
And that's all because of the successful plays at bottom. It got Malady to level 6 before the Oracle was. Oracle hit level 6 off of that kill on Leshrac, but couldn't save the Queen of Pain.
Kind of the opposite of last game for Ace, where he had the rough end of the stick. Now he's going to be able to drive the engine.
Couldn't hit him with the Stampede. Bobica, now in the middle of nowhere, is definitely going to die.
I will say, these supports on the side of Yakult Bros are having a way worse time in Game 2 than Game 1. 0-6 between the two of them. You just got level 6 on the Oracle. Not finding a lot of early momentum.
Did you see the neutral items there? 3 Curios. Saved by the Fate's Edict, maybe.
That's a
yeah,
Blade
Emo's
Mail
going to be
too.
okay, especially with the Blade Mail. Throws out the damage after Quinn, while Tofu takes a brunt of the Oracle's damage. Will end up falling. Now chasing after Malady as well. Malady dies. Emo chasing for more. Dude, Emo's just going to 1v5 Gaimin Gladiators at this rate.
He might do it 2 games in a row. I mean, this man's putting this game on his back right now. Every time Gaimin go mid this series, it does not end well for them. They need to go back to playing in the side lanes. Like, go to Ace, find the Sven, gank this Centaur, dodge Emo, because he's got their number right now.
Yep.
And it's on speed dial.
Man, what a nice build. Queen of Pain against Leshrac. Because of the facet, the Succubus, he's getting spell lifesteal off of the Blade Mail, which normally you can't do that. But Queen of Pain is a little special. Also applies to pure damage. So it's matched up against this Diabolic Edict. Reflecting a bunch of the damage, healing off of it.
That's actually super next level.
Fortune's End. Fly want to try and use anything for this? I feel like Ace is just too tanky. Quinn, though. Quinn would be a much easier kill. Fate's Edict goes out on Emo. Emo, does he want to chase after him? He's thinking about it. He stopped his blink for a second. Bobica just going in there with the Dark Willow. Puts a little bit more damage on the Leshrac. Almost dead. And there's Emo to finish him off. Jumps to the other side. Meanwhile, Ace is tearing it up. They've killed the two supports. It's up to Emo to try and evil the odds here. Fly, he's making a run for it. Pulled back in by the vacuum. That just leaves Emo to pick up the kill on Malady before he blinks away. 2 for 3 exchange. Favorable for Gaimin Gladiators. But Emo continues to get bigger.
He is the entire fight there. He dealt 3,000 damage. The Sven dealt 200. I mean, Yakult Bros did nothing in this fight except for Emo with the regen rune running the entire time.
Oh, Tofu. Little lucky here. Gets a shield rune while he's in this man fight with Emo. That's pretty nice. Watson, he can't really go on either one of these heroes. Sonic Wave pushing into the brambles. Not good enough. He has way too much HP.
Yeah, Emo getting a little too excited there.
Yeah, I think he saw him without the armlet on and thought he was low, and then he just turned the armlet on. No problem.
Now Ace just sprinting mid. Gotta be wary of these glimpses, especially on this Queen of Pain if the Oracle's not behind you.
Yeah.
And man, Ace, as much as Emo's getting out of this game, Ace is right up there with it. This Darkseer is mega fat. That's an entire pipe done on top of the Vanguard. This is huge for the squad. This can bring your Lesh back into the game. This can help your Lifestealer survive that fight, get all that extra gold. Big item versus the Queen as well. Something that can shut down Emo's snowball right now.
Yeah.
Because there's not much cooking for the rest of the squad. I mean, Beyond is 0-0-0.
Is under attack.
He is beyond AFK at this point.
Well, it sounds like he's having a very nice offlane game.
Maybe that's
Ace
one
would
way
be
to look
proud
at
of
it,
this score.
Would he? I don't know if that's true.
That is definitely true. Blade Mail, Vanguard, and a Blink Dagger coming in soon. So the Centaur is going to be a powerful force. He is farmed. Stampede running in, running after these heroes, trying to slow him down. The Static Storm causing some issues. Still, though, Beyond is able to hit the stomp onto the Disruptor. Eventually, that Static Storm fades, and some spells will be thrown out. Malady, yeah, there's going to be Emo on the other side, blinking after him. He doesn't care about Quinn. He has his Blade Mail after all, hits him with another dagger. Ace trying to bail out Quinn. Quinn missing the Split Earth as a result of Emo turning up quick 180. Now the double edge finished off the toss. Quinn still taking dagger after dagger, will be finished off. Emo is just too damn good, man.
He's actually straight owning them today. It's not a draft thing. It's not. Maybe it's a mental thing. I was about to say it's not. It's just straight outplay, outskill, mid-diff. The man's putting on a clinic, 8-1-2.
He's got a Kaya. Now to work on the Sange. Help his spell lifesteal even more. Emo going to be sent back by the Glimpse.
Yeah, he'll Blade Mail the Thunderstrike Glimpse just to send Malady to base.
Yeah, just a little bit of extra.
That's just BM right there. I mean, he is creating so much room in this game for the other two cores to recover. This could have been a game that Gaimin run over if they win mid and kill this Queen once or twice more. Just play through the Darkseer, Leshrac with the Atos. I mean, still could be a game that they gain a lot if they can find Emo. It's been a thorn in their side today.
Quinn had a little window there. Could have caught him with the Rod of Atos. But now the Oracle's behind Emo. So Emo tried to go for the deny. He likes a challenge. This one he'll fail. But so did Gaimin Gladiators, so it's all good. Nobody got the last hit.
He didn't skill ult? What? That cannot be an actual play.
Yeah, that seems really
There's
bad.
no way. This thing scales so damn well.
Extra 150 damage, but the cooldown also goes lower. It's so good.
It's a
Stop on 2. Oh, what a setup. Sonic Wave is going to wipe them both out here pretty quickly. Got off the Static Storm at least, so maybe Ace can play off of this, or no, he's just running.
You got to get out of here.
Stampede trying to chase after beautiful shards from Tofu. That actually leaves Evo a little bit isolated. He's dead. A Stomp comes in from beyond far too late. Now he gets False Promise. Fly, he's going to chase in. Not sure what to do here. Chasing after Bobica. I don't think they're gonna. Yeah, that cleave it's a dangerous to walk up into that staircase against a God Strength Sven.
Emo just a little too rest of his own good. The rest of the team was trapped by that shard, so Ollie couldn't get in there to bail him out. Beautiful setup though with the Stomp Sonic Wave. You're still not sad about this fight. Was a big streak on the Queen, and it did go to Watson, so that's really nice for Gaimin.
Yeah, he's gonna have a Radiance pretty quick now.
I like how immediately after that, Ollie just buys the blink. It's like, I know what's going on in this.
Yep.
I'll back you up, brother. Brown Boots Blink Oracle. I mean, that is one way to play around this Queen of Pain mid.
Yep.
Also potentially die trying to do so.
My life for ire. Anything to bail out Emo, but they had vision on him. So unfortunately, Ollie in his attempt to follow the Queen of Pain. Still though, Quinn is going to die to this blade tail. Emo, he still has a blink up. He's able to jump away. Oh, he got him.
He boomed him again? What? So much damage off the blade mail.
Now that's more like it.
This Lushart just can't handle it.
This build is worked
He needs
out.
like a Yules to like self-Yules against the blade.
I mean, it's only Yules, BKB, maybe Bloodstone. You can power through it. I don't know. You need something here.
Speaking of Yules Scepter,
I guess you also could have gone... I was going to say you can go like Magic Resist here, but I feel like those items have been nerfed. Like Shroud.
I mean, he definitely leaves his ult on for too long. That is part of the mistake here. He left his ult on the entire time.
Well, I feel like the Edict's already out. I think he feels if I trade for Queen, I'm happy with that exchange.
Yeah, he's just pod committed.
Yeah, he's just trying to all in him there.
Yeah.
I don't think he's surprised by the blade mail anymore at this point in the game, but
Sure.
the fact Emo survives is maybe underestimating the numbers a little bit as this
Fly pull back into the snowball. And Sonic Wave will help Fly push them off of this Sven. Now he gets False Promise. Now he goes to work. On 150 HP, he'll chase after him here. Now he might actually still die to Quinn. Nope. It's actually perfectly fine. Got a decent amount of lifesteal during that False Promise. Now Watson's going to be hit. Teleport away. They try and put some magic damage on him. Not good enough. So Emo will just collect the kill on Malady. Running down 3. Ace, don't think you want to stick around for this one. I don't think you could save Malady.
This guy's goddamn tanky. Jesus. Crimson. What?
That was crazy.
All
right.
Yeah. Darkseer is
There's
doing
some.
some work. But once more, it is Emo preventing the move from Gaimin Gladiators working. Bails out the kill on the Sven. Turns that fight around. Has a haste rune. Infinite chase down. This is a good setup. This is before that BKB, which is flying out on the courier, by the way.
Oh, yeah, it got delivered right then. And then Ollie with the Blink Dagger hits him with the False Promise, and Fly knows. Fight's over.
Game of seconds. If you make that play a few seconds earlier as Gaimin, you get a clean Sven kill. Instead, you get wiped on the return. Very frustrating series for Quinn, honestly. I mean, he's been outnumbered mid. He hasn't really had the better matchups. He had the better matchup game 1, though, and he just got outnumbered there. Here he had the worst matchup. Kind of got outnumbered again, and has just not gotten the power runes. These things really make a big difference in these matchups. Now he's just falling behind. Now your highest net worth in the game is the Sven. 1 and 3, but he's recovered.
Yeah. He's going to get a Blink Dagger to follow Emo in.
I mean, everybody get a blink.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, Bobica's going to get a Blink. Everybody get a Blink. Goddamn.
I mean, that's how you do it. You're going to have 5 blink daggers. When Emo goes in, we all go in. Ride or die. Oh, he's got another power rune, shield rune. These are just brutal for Gaimin to fight into.
They're moving up to this corner at the right time. Tormentor is going to be taken by Gaimin Gladiators. They immediately smoke up to try and retreat, but they might just get caught off.
They're really clumped right now.
Yakult Brothers, they drop the ward. They spot some heroes beyond. He gets the jump first on Ace. Split Earth is going to land on him. Emo with the shield rune is playing pretty fearless. He goes straight to Watson, hits the Sonic Wave, pushing back Tofu, almost finishing him off. Flyfly stuck inside the shards. Oh, he almost finished off both supports. They'll still get him, but Flyfly is left impotent in this fight. Finally, the shards fade away, and he'd start going to work on Watson. Finishes him off. Looks at the next one while Emo. Oh, yeah, Emo wants the kill on Quinn. Almost gets it as well. Finally, they'll chase down Ace, the tankiest of Gaimin Gladiators. 4 heroes dead, not a soul lost on Yakult Brothers.
Ollie got the ult off right after he got punched, and that just stalls that fight for so long. And you're all magic damage on Gaimin. Even this lifesteal is a lot of radiance damage. Nothing to really burst these heroes down. Once the Fate's Edict comes out, once the ult comes out, once you're returning some of this damage and healing back up, Sven with BKB is not taking much, even though he was stuck the whole time. There's a nice vacuum into the shards, into the wall. You're trapped.
I think also the Lifestealer Infest pop-out, that tree area...
That did not do him favor.
Yeah, I think he was pushed away from the Oracle.
I don't think it would have really mattered, though, because Ollie can always blink out there.
No, I mean like when they first hit the punch. He punched, popped out, and I think he couldn't hit him during the punch.
That could have made a difference, yeah. But to be fair, I think even if you insta-burst the Oracle in that fight, I think you're still losing.
Lose. Yeah,
there was not much sustained damage there.
No. Another Arcane Rune. How is Yakult Brothers only up 4K?
I mean, they're up a lot more effectively.
Yeah, what are they up in experience? They're 6 levels up on them.
Yeah, their supports had a very rough early game. Darkseer's still far.
Oh, Flyfly's going to jump in. Ace was trying to help out Tofu, but instead he's going to be the victim. They're both going to die.
Gaimin are getting outpaced in this series. They just cannot get it together. Cannot regroup. Feels like they've been on the ropes for both these games the entire time.
Yeah, this Yakult Brothers looks like the Gaimin Gladiators of 2 years ago.
Yeah, they really do. Play around your mid laner, play super fast, bring the supports, outnumber your opponents. The only thing they're missing is the auras. I guess they have a Crimson on the Centaur, but in theory, this is your Pipe Mech Crimson Darkseer, and you can't take 5-on-5s.
Now you're playing into an Aghanim Scepter on a Queen of Pain. So the clump is going to get punished heavily as the dagger starts spilling out Scream of Pains.
That's so much damage.
Yeah, the fact that Bobica can solo force Watson to rage TP away.
You have to start landing some big vacuum Static Storm combinations, and you have to find Oracle, either in the combo or at the same time, so he cannot bail out this Queen of Pain and you can bring Emo down.
That is a good point. I feel like we haven't actually seen a vacuum Static Storm, or at least not an effective one.
I mean, that top fight had it, but they didn't get the heroes, they didn't get all the heroes stuck in it. And the terrain was really awkward for Gaimin.
Yeah.
In theory, though, if you get a clean 2 or 3 man vacuum into the wall under Static Storm, Tusk punches some dude, Lifestealer just going in there, you only have the 1 BKB on this Sven and the Oracle bailout.
What you doing, Malady? He's been here for a while. Just hanging out, thunder striking waves, I guess. Not much else to do. A Kaya just now with Leshrac. The Bloodstone, he's going to try and push through these Blade Mails, but he's not pushing through the Sven's damage. And you're not punishing Emo now that he has an Aegis.
That made the fight so much harder.
Vampiric Whisper of the Dread does really help, though. That Leshrac just got a big, big boost. An extra 10% spell damage and 10% spell lifesteal. But again,
yeah, that
doesn't help him against the Sven.
That was incredibly quick.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And that's the problem. That's why this is a tough Lesh game, because The itemization's so difficult. You need survivability against magical burst, pure damage burst, and physical burst. It feels like you have to get to the
Caught him on the Yules.
BKB Shiva.
He's going to come back down into the Bramble. Ace terrorized as well. Gaimin Gladiators. They come in with the Static Storm, but I don't think that's going to bail anybody out. They're going to go for the kill on Bulbacut. They don't have the damage for it. Nice vacuum back into the wall, but they're just going to stampede out of it. Continue chasing after Ace. Finally, that Tusk dies. Took a while. Beyond, he's got a blink up in 4 seconds. Chase after Ace.
He's out of there.
He's out.
Right, at least you escape with somebody here.
Radiant's middle
Time for
tower is
Watson to
under
farm, I
attack.
guess. What you're banking on, try and wear through this Aegis without losing too
Dire's
much,
bottom
and then take a
tower
fight,
is under attack.
preferably a high ground defense.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Still need a
attack.
mega clutch vacuum in this game to turn it around.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Chopping down at tier 2. Harpoon next for Fly. He's got the damage with the Daedalus. Now he's going to make sure they can't escape him.
He is hitting way too hard for Gaimin's armor right now. You do not have a lot on these heroes. You're really relying on Crimson Guard, and Crimson Guard is not great versus Sven at this point. You don't have a Shivas, you don't have an AC. It's just gonna slice through these heroes, man. You're looking at a Leshrac with 10 armor. Yeah, he has the spell lifesteal and all that. He's trying to get BKB, but if this Sven ends up on top of Quinn, it's 3 hits, you're gone.
At this rate, Yakult Brothers.
Quad Gale Guard. That's also pretty nice.
That's pretty funny. They also were the ones who all took the Curios, where Gaimin Gladiators did not take a single one. So that's going to pay off for them now that all their tier 3s being amped up, empowered.
Well, only one. They unleashed tier 2s.
Oh, did they?
Only Ollie's Gale Guard is unleashed.
Having that many Gale Guards when you're ahead is... That sounds really broken.
Yeah, that's
Enemy
pretty
is already
damn nice.
dealing with damage issues. Just put an extra like 300 HP on every hero.
especially when your lineup does not lack sustained damage. Like, you're going to be constantly throwing daggers, throwing all these brambles down. The long fight is not unfavorable at all.
Gaimin Gladiators are trapped inside their base. With the Lifestealer forced back, all the lanes are being pretty well controlled. You're just patrolling back and forth inside their base, waiting for you Yakult Brothers to do something with the rest of the stages. It's only
yes,
Quinn.
Infest the Tusk. Look for a jump. This is super risky, though.
Get the initiation. Quick blow up onto Bulbacut. Nice way to start things out. Watson doesn't really want to fight this Sven, though. Needs some help. Quinn's going to try and help him, but too much damage. The Sven, he casually just 3 shots the Leshrac. The Sonic Wave over the top blew up the Lifestealer, and those 2 are gone, so the fight is over. Gaimin Gladiators will just try and get out with as many heroes as they can. They lose Malady as well. And now, to the high ground. With the rest of the God Strength,
Dire's middle
probably
tower
looking
is
at
under
least a
attack.
lane of barracks here.
Way too easy for Fly. Just nothing to deter this guy once he starts running at you. That's the problem with the offensive infest. Once you pop that out, you're stuck in the fight. You have to take that fight. You can't run.
Dire's middle
You can't
tower
run,
is under
and you can't save anybody like Quinn, where the extra HP would help. Oh, a little bit of server lag there.
Maybe, you know, Gabe Newell wondering why his favorite European teams are losing.
My prediction could not have been worse.
I mean, I told you what was going to happen,
I said Gaimin Gladiators was going to win, and I said there was going to be a 60-minute
and
game.
you got both wrong.
And it was 2 30-minute games by Yakult Brothers.
I mean, I said they were going to win. What do I get?
Nothing.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing.
That's good to know. Surely make a prediction next time. Satanic. Okay, well, good luck dealing with this guy.
Yeah, that's pretty much impossible. They don't have the damage to punch through him. They barely have the control. They have punch, and then they have a basher on the lifestealer.
Is it even possible for Gaimin to kill him with 4k HP? If he stands there and casts nothing, and they chain stun every stun they have, does he even die before he gets to press buttons?
No.
Dire are scanning.
That only comes when you have Aghanim Scepter on Malfi, which...
Quinn, condolences there.
Yep, spotted. Blink forward from Boboka and found him and killed him.
He's just trying to get to BKB, man. He can't do anything without it. He can't do anything to get there. Gamer gonna have to take a fight without the Leshrac.
Dire's top tower
Does have
is under
buyback,
attack.
actually. So he can buy back into this fight. Big Vac.
Trying to jump
Nope.
in, vacuum on one. Meanwhile, the Infest initiation, oh, it got spoiled. They spotted him, hit him with the Yules. Now Watson's going to pop out. It's no good. He's going to hit by the Sonic Wave. Sonic, they do have the Snowball, try and pick up. There goes Stampede. They're kiting this out pretty nicely. Fly's getting kited a bit as well. Turns around, stuns up the Lifestealer. Goes to work on him with his BKB, with his Satanic, healing up a bit. Now Quinn, he's next to the chopping block. 2, 3, 4 hits.
That's it.
And game is done. Series is done.
God damn.
Yakult Brothers just absolutely destroy Gaimin Gladiators. This is one of the most one-sided series of Dream League so far.
Yeah, this is absolute